Welcome to the Unfiltered Podcast, hosted by me, Katie Aiello.
And me, Nicole Pearson. Here we're chatting all things Philly. We're going to talk about the fun things to do, the fitness scene, the work-life balance, and much more.
And most importantly, it will be authentic, real, and unfiltered. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Hey guys.
Welcome back.
It is Miami week.
Miami week. It's also first run club of the season.
Yes, and we're both catching up because Katie's been out of town, living her best life in Amsterdam.
Just got back yesterday.
So sorry if we continue our catch up while on here as well,
Yes.
but we have a lot going on right now.
We do. I am very, very exhausted coming back from Amsterdam, which I will share with you guys the whole story because it is definitely a good one.
Back from Amsterdam and leaving for Miami in like a day and a half now.
Literally.
So
today I unpacked, did laundry specifically because I had to repack immediately.
I am packing Thursday morning because I know I'm terrible, but I work 7 a to 7 p today, yesterday, and tomorrow. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we leave Thursday. So type B, I am packing Thursday, and our flight leaves Thursday. And thankfully, we're on the same flight, so we will continue our catch-up then.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
But quick Amsterdam rundown.
Yes,
so,
let's hear it.
Amsterdam is the craziest place I've ever been, actually.
Is it? Coming from Katie, who's always like, Italy,
Yes.
you know, so.
No, actually, I still love Italy probably the most.
I mean, but the experiences that you had in Amsterdam,
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know how you get into what you get into, but
I also don't know how it happens.
it just happens. Everything falls into place.
It does. But yeah, Amsterdam is such an interesting place. The people are so kind there.
Wow, I did not know that.
And I wasn't even expecting it because to be honest, I feel like as an American traveling, like you usually get like the cold shoulder, you get people that's pretty rude.
Yeah.
It is what it is, it's whatever. But there, people were so kind to us. Like there were a couple times where we were out to dinner at like a nice place and we would ask the waiter, like, oh, like, what are some recommendations? Like, we're looking for places to go for cute cocktails or places to go out, other restaurants, whatever. There were 2 different times where the waiter went and got a blank piece of paper, a pen, sat down with us, and, like, wrote down over 20 places.
Wow.
Yeah, this one guy literally wrote down over 20 places and then
That's
explained
like going
them.
out of their way to, like, really
I was like, wow, that's
show
so
you.
kind. But yes,
The
and
good
the
spots.
and the recommendations were like so good.
Wow.
We obviously couldn't go to that many places in such a short period of time, but the places that we did go on the list, every single one upped the other one.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's not something that tourists would get if they came to the U.S.
Totally. No, and like even in other countries, that would never happen. So anyways, the people were so nice, which was funny because at the end we did meet like a Dutch guy. And I had been saying, I was like, wow, and he was so nice. And I was saying, like, wow, people are just so nice here. And he was like, I'm so interested that you say that because Dutch people can kind of come off as, like, just really, like, matter of fact.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, you're Dutch and you're so kind. So I was like, I don't think that that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people are so kind. The place itself is so cool. There are so many, like, vintage markets and farmers markets.
I love that.
Oh my god.
I
So
love that.
our second day there, we actually were super jet lagged and accidentally slept all morning. And it wasn't because we were
needed
no,
it.
no,
Yeah,
it
I was
wasn't.
like, you guys were out all night.
It wasn't that night.
Not that time.
It wasn't that night. It was actually like after our first night, which we were only out till like midnight. But we were super jet lagged. So we woke up and we were like, oh crap, we totally like wasted half the day. And then we like looked out our window and we realized that the best vintage market was right there all day. So we just got dressed really quickly and went down. It was absolutely awesome. Yeah. So we had the best time. And that's where we were like, we should really try some like Dutch food, like some kind of delicacy. So we're like walking around. I'm like, let's just split something because it's like.
I was gonna say that's like the perfect spot to do it too.
Totally.
Because everything there is probably like so authentic and homemade.
So we go up and we're it's a Dutch guy at this like food truck and he's preparing like the food. It's basically like sausage on like coleslaw, whatever, like kind of what I would think would be Dutch to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're like about to like he's like giving the food to us and we're so excited to try Dutch food and he just looks at us. He goes, "This is French." I was like, perfect. Okay,
like, I'm excited to not try French food.
Like, okay, great.
Wait, so you didn't end up getting it?
No, we ate it, but it was too late.
Yeah.
But then we were like, okay, that was a fail. The only Dutch food that we had was like this, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, it's a dessert. It's like two like really thin like waffle type cookies with like caramel in the middle.
Okay.
And it's delicious, but it's just straight sugar. So that was...
Of course it's going to be good.
Yeah, I could only have like a couple bites to be honest. It was so sugary, but that was the only Dutch thing that we had, and it's on every single corner. And come to find out later, through one of these many people that literally wrote down recommendations for us, he said, "You're not going to find a Dutch restaurant. Like,
really?
Dutch food is just not really good, I guess."
Oh,
and so
I guess that's just not something they're known for.
I guess it's not what they're known for. So there's every other kind of food though, and it's really really good. Like we had we went to like a Argentinian steakhouse. It was so good. We had amazing Italian food. We had Spanish tapas. Like every single other kind of food you can think of is there, and it's really good. And so the vintage markets, the farmers markets are next level. So many cool like vintage shops, like even in addition to the markets. The nightlife is absolutely insane.
I think when I think of like Amsterdam, I'm like, I would think of that. Yeah.
But like you think of like what they call like the red light district.
Yeah.
Like that's not really what the partying is. Like that was such a weird area, honestly. Like we went there, we like walked around, and I was like,
that's not it.
Never want to do that again. That was super weird.
Yeah, that's more so what I would think of.
Yeah. No, so our first night we didn't do much. We stayed out till like midnight. Our second night, we never went home. We literally went to like a super fun, cool DJ set for a while, and then at like 3 a.m. we went to like this underground techno place and stayed there till like 7 a.m. It was absolutely insane.
It's just like the connections that you get when you're there.
Yeah.
I feel like make or break the trip. Clearly, like completely. You guys had some amazing connections with people right off the bat.
Yeah, we did meet some really cool people.
Found your spot.
Yeah, we met some cool people that we definitely had a connection with. And they took us right along for the ride. It was great.
Wow.
We had so much fun. But yeah, and then my friend Gab that I was there with, she was working quite a bit, and so I was touring around a bit by myself, which was nice. But yeah, Amsterdam was really so interesting. Of course, right when I got there, my skin fully broke out.
Did it? Do you think was it the water or what?
Honestly, it had to be something.
Okay.
Because my skin was like okay before I left, fully broke out while I was there, and I'm here for maybe a day, and I feel like it's already...
Yeah, I'm looking at your skin now, and I would have no idea.
It's already like pretty much back to normal. I'm just, so it was broken out the entire trip, which was super annoying, but...
It's frustrating.
But yeah, no, and the weather there is kind of crazy.
Is it?
There were like a couple of days where it was like beautiful and like 80 degrees.
See, but that's kind of how it was here.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like, I mean, even today... 80 or 70 or something.
Today was beautiful.
Beautiful. Like 2 days ago, the feel was 17.
It was the same. Okay.
17.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not it.
Yeah.
All
actually,
over the place.
super similar then. Yeah. It was like raining one day, or like raining like 1 second, and then like sunny the next. Like there was snow at one point.
What?
Literally, I was walking down the street and it was chilly, but like not that cold. Started to rain, and then it turned into snow, and I was like, am I okay? Like, am I actually seeing this right?
No, but that's so funny because that's what we've been dealing with here. I'm like, I feel like that's why everyone's getting sick though, because it's been fluctuating so much.
Yeah, totally.
Hopefully warmer now, but
but so Amsterdam was crazy. way too much partying.
Now, time for Miami.
Yes, yeah.
Gonna be even more partying.
Yes, no, Miami's not gonna be relaxing at all. No. I think that's what this trip didn't have, though. Like, usually when I go to Italy, it's like the perfect combination of like touring around a bit, partying, but also like relaxing at a beach club, chilling.
Okay.
This was like just tour party. And so it was just...
I don't know how you're functioning human.
No, actually, right now I feel like I'm like not with, like, my head's not right. But it's okay. Ready for Miami.
You can recover after Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
like I feel like in Miami, there is gonna be some chill days. Like we're gonna go on the boat. We're gonna have a beach day. The one night we're gonna do like our carb up night.
Yes,
we'll get into all of this, of course.
Yeah,
but
pasta party.
Our pasta party.
We're bringing back pasta parties.
Yes. So I feel like we'll hopefully be relaxing a little bit.
No, we will be.
And then up late.
Yes. Definitely. I can't wait for club space.
I can't wait.
But yeah, so that was Amsterdam. We are recording tonight. We have Run Club tomorrow, which is going to be
first
really great.
Run Club of the season. We're so excited.
Super excited. Yes. Which we also are excited to have the leader of Run Club on very soon. Yeah.
Our good friend Gabby.
Yes.
She's leading Run Club, but she also just has so much going on. So hopefully we'll have her on.
Sometime soon.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, we leave for Miami on Thursday, and we may have a live episode from Miami. Yes, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yes. But if we're functioning human beings.
Yes, we'll see.
No promises.
But so we've got a lot going on. But today we wanted to talk about career journeys because since we started this podcast, we've both touched on different parts of our career journeys for different reasons. So we figured we would have a full episode just sharing stories and experiences that have led us to where we are today. And also, I mean, throughout those experiences, there's definitely been a lot of challenges. So things that we've kind of done to cope with things, and methods that we've used to kind of get past challenging points.
Yeah, more of like a deep dive into our career journey, like she was saying, and how we got to the point in our careers now and the many pivots that it took to get here.
Yes,
and just that you kind of never know where life or your career is going to take you.
Yeah, definitely. So with that, I'm happy to start.
Yeah,
if you want. So taking it way back. Okay. So I studied marketing in college, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be a marketer. I'm going to be a brand manager. And then I quickly realized that that's super hard to get into right out of college. Yeah. So my first role was actually in sales, which I'm still in sales. I never actually went over to the marketing side. I wanted so badly to work for Johnson & Johnson because I had some peers and mentors that were J&J, but I went to a very small college in like the Poconos of Pennsylvania, so they don't recruit from small colleges. They recruit from the big colleges or universities. And so it was super, super difficult for me to get in there. But I was like knocking down the door basically for any role that I could get. So I did end up doing like co-op there. So I at least had that on my resume. That helps me get my first job, which was at a company called Church & Dwight. And I had a great experience there, about a year and a half in a sales role, similar to what I do today actually. And then, but I knew that I wanted to eventually go to J&J. So the experience of leaving a company without burning bridges is definitely a touchy thing.
Yeah. It's so important though.
Yeah, it's so important to not burn a bridge.
You don't want to burn your bridge, and you want to keep all of your options open and available because you may end up going back there, or you also don't know who they know.
Oh, totally. And there was a lot of overlap, honestly,
I'm sure. Yeah,
within those two companies. Just because, they're all like within this like New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. So doing that was definitely a touchy thing. And then I did start my second job out of college at Johnson & Johnson, and absolutely loved it. Yeah. And then after that one, that was actually during COVID. And that was a crazy time.
For everyone.
Yeah, like I had just, honestly, I had just gotten out of my most serious relationship, which was like an emotional roller coaster. Then I started my, like, what I would consider my dream job at the time. Then COVID happened. Like, so much happened that year. Oh, and I moved to Philly all at the same time.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, all those things were happening. It was emotional.
A lot of change.
Yeah, so much going on. And then, honestly, like a year and a half later, I guess it was 2 years later, I decided to move to Arkansas, which was a huge change for me.
Did your job take you out there, or you just wanted a change of pace?
So I was trying to get one of the jobs within my company in California.
Yeah.
And basically they said,
we have an opening in Arkansas.
No, they were like, in order to get the one in California, you really need to do X, Y, and Z before that.
Okay.
And so Arkansas was like...
Because I'm like, girl, Arkansas.
Yeah. No. I don't think anybody chooses to move to Arkansas. No. I'm sorry. To anybody
yeah, sorry, guys.
There. Yeah. But yeah, so I was like, okay, well, it's COVID. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So I went out to Arkansas. That's when my skin broke out.
Oh, yeah.
So that was part of the journey. But then that was actually one of the most difficult experiences for me, just mentally. I felt like it was just difficult for some reason. I don't know if it was because we were all out there in Arkansas, but we were still kind of working remote. So it was like hard to get to know people. It's hard to figure out like expectations on a new team like that. Like I just felt like I never really got my bearings. And it kind of just took me on an emotional roller coaster as far as like, at that time I had definitely been tying my self-worth to like my work.
Yeah.
Probably because it was COVID. Like times
everyone
were weird.
like found something to hyper focus on during that. I feel like
yeah, it was weird. Just like one being single, two it being COVID. It was kind of just like, and I moved somewhere where I had no family.
Yeah.
You know, like and I was still making friends. So like I don't know, I just
kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, totally in the middle of nowhere. I never really got my footing. So, anyways, by the time that I was done in Arkansas, this role, I was like really, really burnt out, just emotionally on the work front. And so I actually forgot in the beginning of the story. Back when I graduated college, I knew I wanted to start the flower business.
Oh, okay.
And I always wanted to do weddings, but I was super intimidated. And to be honest, like the guy I was with at the time, it didn't feel like they just didn't really support me the way I would have wanted to do the business. So I'm glad that I did not start it then. So anyways, it kind of fully got tabled for many, many years. Because then I was like, okay, now I'm actually on my own.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were thinking about doing it that early on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you look at the Instagram, the first post was like 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was like, I picked the name then, and I was like, this is what I want to make it happen. But I was so intimidated by like everything. So
I mean, that's scary. Kind of like opening up or starting a new business or starting a new chapter. Yeah.
Also, when I was trying to like start a career, like at the same time. So honestly, and then the breakup happened, and then I fully tabled it because I was like, wow, I need to just get my footing as like a single person now. And so it didn't come up again as strong until I was like, okay, is corporate America even for me? And that's kind of how I felt leaving Arkansas. And so I came back to New Jersey and I was like, no, I have to start this business. I really think that I can't keep putting myself through like an emotional roller coaster. And like, I also can't keep pinning my self-worth to my work. So I went through a lot during that time of like detaching my self-worth from my career. And that alone was something that if anybody is feeling that way, if you're really feeling like you're not doing well at work and you're tying your self-worth to that, going to therapy, finding a way to detach from that is so, so important because it is not healthy.
Yeah, it's going to take such a toll on your life and your mental health and how you kind of navigate everything.
Everything, yeah. When you feel like that, it influences how you do literally anything. So I'm so glad that I was able to do that. And simultaneously, starting the business gave me the confidence to do that. It kind of made me feel like, okay, I have a plan B, essentially, and right around that time that plan B actually started to come to fruition is exactly when I got a new role and absolutely loved it. Loved my manager, loved my role.
Same company.
Okay. Yep, it was just like, I got promoted to a new role and I was so happy with it. It actually was the California role.
Oh, really?
But I took it remote from New Jersey, and so I was traveling out to California. It was perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't homesick anymore. I was actually home, but I could still go to California all the time. And so I got to experience
you're kind of
it.
like progressing, I feel like in your role, you know,
Yeah.
it's definitely like a positive aspect.
And you know what else too, from like everything's 2020 in hindsight.
Yeah.
Like, I was fully ready to call it quits in corporate America after one bad experience. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad that I stuck with it, because people can really make or break something.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like, stick with it and try to, like, you know, progress forward. Even if it's a lateral move versus a promotion, just move forward and apply those lessons learned, because I learned so many valuable lessons that I do apply still today all the time to make myself a better, you know, partner or leader in a lot of ways. But so stick with it, push forward, because your lessons that you're learning, although they're hard, they will be applied later. And the people can make or break your experience. So if you get onto a good team or get promoted into a different role where you're around different people, that could also help you progress forward more quickly. But anyways, so I started the side business and absolutely loved it. So then I loved my job and I loved my side business, which kind of worked out.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how I'm still managing it to this date. And I've taken a new role on a different team, and again, got very, very lucky with the people that I work with. But now I love both things, but I do feel like my side business is something that is like always a plan B. It's always a crutch. It's something that I'm actually passionate about and love. So that's sort of my career journey. I think there's a lot of lessons learned, a lot of experiences that I can share with someone if they ever are, you know, going through something similar, because it's so hard in the moment. But I do think that if you have one person or, you know, mentors or peers or whatever to lean on and them to share their experiences and why you should push forward and be motivated, it's worth having those conversations.
Yeah, not necessarily like quitting right when things get difficult.
Yeah, and I'm not a quitter, to be honest, but it was such an emotional down for me that I was like, maybe
I
really was like, I don't know how else you realize that you're not cut out for something besides this. But again, like, I'm just glad that I pushed forward and didn't call it quits, because I really do love my career now more than ever. So sometimes it's worth it.
Sometimes
it's really hard though.
A lot of growth happens when things are difficult like that, and you like persevere and push through it. Because you wouldn't be where you are now without having gone through that. So that's amazing.
Yeah. So that's my story.
Yes. Mine, on the other hand, healthcare. I am a nurse, and I kind of always knew I was going to do something in healthcare. And I feel like nursing was just kind of the easiest route. I think back in high school, there was a program that we were offered with like a trade school. So we could go to the hospital once or twice a week, as well as go to this trade school and kind of take like a pre-nursing course.
That's interesting.
Yes. And like, I kind of like the idea of nursing, because it's like, you go to school and like, you know what you're going to do. Yeah. Opposed to like sales and marketing. It's like, there's a lot of avenues, and where do you start? No, like, I went to nursing school and I'm gonna be a nurse. Yeah. And to be honest, I liked that. I kind of liked that decision was gonna be made for me, and I have always like enjoyed clearly working with other people and enjoyed being able to help, and I feel like it just seemed like such a rewarding career at the time. Yeah. It didn't go that smooth though. I went to the University of Pittsburgh for gymnastics mostly. So I wasn't able to maintain doing gymnastics as well as a nursing career. That's so sad. A nursing undergrad. So I picked something a little bit easier, which I feel like college athletes do all the time. You hear about the communications majors, etc. So I graduated with a degree in psychology. Took all of my nursing prereqs while I was there, and then jumped right into an accelerated nursing program.
Oh, I actually didn't realize is that?
Yeah, so I
That's so
have an
interesting.
undergrad degree in psychology as well as my nursing degree.
Okay.
And then right after I graduated that same month, I moved to Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, which I had always known. I was born in Florida, and I kind of always knew I was going to move back. So what's a better time? I guess, give or take, but what's a better time than like when you're starting to apply for jobs? Let's make a big move. And to be honest, I didn't know at that time, there's so many different avenues you can go with nursing. I really did not have a specialty picked out. I applied for a job at a pediatric hospital as well as an adult hospital.
Wow.
And they were both ironically on the interviews were on the same day. So I had to kind of pick and choose. So you
couldn't do both interviews?
No, I could not. Yeah, so I did the interview for the pediatric hospital and got the job.
Wow.
Yeah, so I only did one interview. I started my nursing career out in a pediatric CVICU, so cardiac ICU.
Oh.
Pretty intense,
Yeah.
But I also knew that I loved working with kids, babies. I grew up coaching gymnastics, so it kind of just felt more natural. With that being said, it took a lot out. It took a lot out of me.
Like emotionally,
Emotionally, yes. It's really hard, if you can imagine, to like separate yourself, seeing these kiddos as sick as they are. And yes, it's amazing to see them progress and to get healthy and to go home, but that wasn't always the case. And that weighed on me so heavily.
Totally.
So, I did that for about 2 years. I kind of bounced back and forth between the cardiac ICU and a pediatric ICU, which is kind of just a little bit more broad. And then I feel like I was just so motivated to continue to grow, that I just was getting certifications and trying to take as many courses as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I was introduced to what I do now. So my job is technically an ECMO specialist. So you can either be a nurse or a respiratory therapist going into it. And I'm not going to go too in depth. You guys can always DM me or Katie if you guys have questions specific to that. But I pretty much just manage a device that provides cardiorespiratory support. And it can be used for pediatric and the adult population. It can be a bridge to a heart or a lung transplant, and I really just manage that device. So it's nice having a little bit of a separation from being a bedside nurse, but also still being able to work with my patients and help care for them into progressing and hopefully getting better. With that also being said, that's the great thing about nursing is there's so many different avenues and different departments and subspecialties that you can get into, because I'm sure you guys all know healthcare, we all burn out. It takes a toll. So I just love that there's so many different options out there.
Yeah.
So that's what I continue to do now. I work as an ECMO specialist. And we've talked about work-life balance, and I technically work 3/12s right now, and I enjoy that. At one point I did end up taking more of a manager position. And I learned that, it's nice to continue to grow. It also, I think, can potentially take more out of you. I prefer having more of a hands-on and more of a patient care role opposed to a management position. But again, that kind of just goes into having so many different options and avenues.
Yeah.
So,
and there's also a time and a place for it too.
There's a time and a place.
When
and
you
that
did
was
it,
very, very early on into my career.
Yeah.
So
you could possibly do it again at a future state and be like, wow, this is actually
Yes.
so great now.
Yes. I learned, I think, that sometimes you should probably stay in a role a little bit longer to kind of grow and learn and develop these skills. But I went through that phase where I kind of was bouncing from role to role.
Yeah.
And trying to learn as much as I could without fully mastering.
Yeah.
I think the position that I was in.
Yeah, I mean that's relatable actually to a lot of people in their beginnings of their career. Okay, yeah, where you're just trying to climb the ladder and you don't realize until you're pretty high up that it's like, oh, I really wish I would have taken it in a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, now like I definitely think that I'm in a different place where I could be more successful in something like that and appreciate, I think, that job more. Whereas so early on, I was like, wow, I'm actually really still learning what I'm doing, let alone trying to
manage.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it was a great learning opportunity and I gained so much experience.
Yeah.
So it was great. But it was also nice to take that step back and now be in the position that I am. And with this job that I have now, I have so much more work-life balance.
Yeah.
Which we've, of course, have talked about.
Yeah.
So I definitely can appreciate that.
And then when you do 312s, do you also have the option to pick up more if you want?
In a typical nursing job, yes. They're usually an hourly based position, so you can, and healthcare is always short staffed, so there's always options to pick up more shifts, make double pay, make time and a half. My current job is salary, so it's a little bit trickier to pick up and get paid for it.
Yeah.
Which there's a love-hate, I think, with being salary versus hourly as a nurse and as someone in healthcare. But yeah, I mean, I do like that there is usually that option with nursing and picking up more when you're ready to grind. Or you are wanting to take an extra trip, so you might as well just pick up an extra shift or two. So I love that that's an option. I will say there's always been the thought of going back to school, which is very, very common for nurses as well as anyone kind of in healthcare, just to continue to kind of grow and I don't know, I guess make more money, gain more skill, more knowledge. I've weighed out all of those avenues and I feel like for the first time in my career that I feel like I'm content with where I'm at with the amount of money that I make, with the work-life balance that I have. I feel very like competent and experienced with what I do, that I'm very like set.
Good.
Yeah. And the thought of kind of going back to school, to be completely honest, is for some people, but I don't think that I want to sit in a classroom and take exams and write papers again.
No. That's not for me.
If I were in a different place in my life, maybe. But I'm content. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed. School was never my favorite thing.
No, it wasn't. And I think that there's so many opportunities out there that you don't need to go back to school necessarily. Maybe for some degrees and for some people that is the path that they want to take. I just feel like I have so many opportunities and I don't think that that is a necessity for me.
Yeah, I agree completely. It was similar to my career. Like, there definitely are people that go back for the MBA.
Yeah.
But I just, personally on my path, I don't think that's necessary.
You're like, I could go back for my MBA and potentially make more money. But it's also like, potentially make more money and probably working a lot more. Or if you actually enjoy what you do now, I'm like, stick with it.
Totally.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Like, time is money, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so if I'm working a full day at work and then I still have to go to school essentially on the side, that pay raise better be hefty. And it's not going to be. Like, that's the reality.
Paying to go back to school as well.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of courses that I would have to retake because I've been out of my undergrad now for so long. So, yeah, I mean, maybe in the future, you never know. But yeah, I'm actually very content with where I'm at with things.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so those are obviously our career journeys, and I'm going to totally catch you off guard with this one.
Here we go.
I usually do. So if money didn't matter.
I love this question. What would I do?
Do you actually love it, or are you being sarcastic?
My job?
No, the question.
No, I hate this question. Because I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
I do. I honestly think about it a lot. And I really can't picture myself doing anything else.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
No, that's a good answer, though. That means you're doing the right thing.
I am.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
What would you do?
Okay. So, I think I used to say being a florist.
Okay.
But now that I am a florist, I still think that that is true to some capacity, but I just think being an artist in general,
Okay.
I think is what I would want to do. Like when I think about like somebody in like an art studio just kind of doing their thing, and that could also be flowers, like in a type of a studio aspect, like that's kind of where I picture myself like the happiest and like doing something I'm passionate about.
You want to know what's funny? And that's more ironic that you said that. You thought it would be a florist, but now that you do that, you're second guessing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I gave my answer. Because I would like to say it would probably be like a college gymnastics coach.
Oh, that's a great answer.
But I've never done it. And is it something that you would also probably potentially get burnt out?
Yeah.
It's so hard to know.
Is the grass greener on the other side kind of a thing?
Because I kind of thought that maybe with like personal training, which don't get me wrong, I do love also personal training on the side. Would I want it to be my full-time career now that I'm doing it more? I don't think so.
Yeah.
At one point in my life, did I think so? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
so
that's
hard
true.
to know, you know, you don't know if the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah, but I do think that like if money truly were not a thing or like not part of it, I think that I would even love being a florist even more because it's less about the money and less about like like I just if money wasn't a thing, I would be doing the most elaborate things with flowers, which is why being an artist is kind of my answer because it's not just about
broad.
It's more just like when I picture myself,
Being
okay, what's the happiest?
It's
Being creative. It's in a studio atmosphere where you can be whatever.
Yeah, I love that answer.
Yeah,
I love that.
But anyways, those were our career journeys.
Yes.
Super interesting pivots. A lot of challenging things along the way, but it sounds like we're both pretty content with where we are right now, which is really nice. And I know that not everyone can say that. So if you aren't there at this very moment, I just believe and trust the process. Keep pushing forward. The reason that we posted that your mindset is everything is because it truly is.
It is.
You know, like the really, really hard times, like it's so hard to do. But if somebody can just remind you, this is all going to be worth it, that everything you're learning right now will make you a better whatever you are, whether it's a nurse, whether you're in sales, marketing, whatever, it's going to make you more well-rounded in the future. It is worth it.
It is worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also know that there's so many options out there. So I mean,
that's a good point.
If you don't love what you're doing now, like we were kind of saying, don't necessarily jump around.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it. Keep those options open.
Right. And I do. So I'm also a firm believer in like trust the process, and I do believe in like the universe giving you signs. And I did think that what I went through was the universe giving me a very crystal clear sign. And to your point, you can explore something else. I did explore something else, and I found that I loved that other thing. And then I also fell into a role that I also loved. So if things went different where I fell into a role that I felt like I was going through this all over again, I probably would have completely jumped ship. That's a good point.
You have gone through that something similar already, and you kind of
I knew it wasn't good for me. Yeah, and like there's other people in corporate America that are just tougher than me, to be honest, and can do it. I'm just a super sensitive person. I know that about myself.
The same thing with nursing. You know, I'm very sensitive and I'm very empathetic, so I knew that I couldn't continue to work in that department anymore. So,
so you did it in some other capacity, which is similar to me. Like, I still was doing a similar job, but in a different capacity that worked better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that.
Interesting enough. So that was today's episode. Like we said, we are getting ready to head to Miami.
Yes.
So hopefully our next episode could be a fun Miami theme.
Yeah. But Run Club tomorrow.
Yes.
Miami Thursday, and we will see you guys all next time.
Yes. Thanks for listening.
Thanks. See ya.